So hi out there in FlossTube land. This is Tina Frazier coming to you from Columbus, Ohio. Today is Friday, May 22nd at approximately 8:52 p.m. This is the Friday of Memorial Day weekend here in the United States, and Monday is typically a holiday for most everybody working that has a job here in the United States. This Monday is the day that we remember those who have served and lost their lives. Um, and that is the reason for Memorial Day, thus Memorial Day. It's for the people that have served in our military forces and have lost their lives. Um, so I'm looking forward to a 3-day weekend. As you can see, I'm kind of in my new basement living space. I have the fireplace behind me and all the open living area that my husband and I use here in our new house over behind our laptop. Sorry, I'm playing with scissors, but I do have some stuff for you today. I have a pile of things to go through and a couple of things to talk about. So the first thing is as you know, last month I received my first quarantine subscription box from my local needlework shop, Cross My Heart, here in Columbus, Ohio. And I'm happy to say I got my second box. I think the box came in on Tuesday or Wednesday, and it has been sitting here waiting for me to open it. I haven't opened it. I went to Cross My Heart today because work graciously gave us basically permission to leave up to 4 hours early or log off from working from home up to 4 hours early. So I took advantage, and my mom and I headed over to Cross My Heart. They reopened for public business on the 12th with certain restrictions. They're only open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 to 5. 10 to noon, you have to call and make an appointment. They take 30-minute appointments between 10 and noon each day that they're open, Tuesday through Saturday. And then from noon to 5, you can go in and shop. But they do have restrictions. You must wear a mask, and they will turn you away if you're not wearing a mask. You must wear a mask. They do have hand sanitizer available, and they're limiting customers in the store to 5 customers at any given time. So, that being said, be prepared if you go. You do have to wear a mask, and they will turn you away. They've turned quite a few people away over the last, say, 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 work weeks that they've been open, essentially. And they do require it because there's a couple of the ladies that work in the shop, and one of the shop owners, you know, their immune systems are compromised, so, and they're a little older, so they just ask everybody that comes into the shop to wear a mask. If you can't comply, your best bet is to call them up. They will get your order together. They can take your payment over the phone or online. And, you know, they'll bring your stuff out to the car. They do curbside pickup. So if you can't go into the store or don't want to go into the store because you'd be required to wear a mask, that's your choice, but you do have a way to go pick it up. So I encourage you, or go pick up your orders, whatever you want. So I encourage you, if you can, support your local business and local small business and go and visit Cross My Heart. I will put their contact and store information below. And we will get to open my subscription box from Cross My Heart. They started this as a way to keep getting product into their faithful customers' hands during the quarantine, and also as a way to kind of keep bringing money into the shop while they were closed down due to the stay-at-home restrictions. So that being said, we have the subscription box. Quarantine subscription box. Oh, come on. Well, it would help if I opened it the right way. No, wouldn't it? Maybe. How does this open? Ha! You have to be smarter than the box. Oh. Jeez Louise. You have to be smarter than the box. Alright. Hopefully I got it this time. We shall see what came in my quarantine box. Alright. So it is wrapped in this lovely purple tissue paper. It's kind of more of an eggplant, so we shall see what I got this month. I don't know what I got. Happy days! Alright. So we have a free little kit. This is Simple Heart. It's a Simple Heart This was designed, doesn't say who it was designed by, but it's a free little pattern, simple heart. I got the linen to go with it. This is a neutral fabric background and 2 full skeins, a limited edition gentle arch threads. So, 2 colors of limited edition gentle arch threads. Wow! So I have 2 limited edition threads to show you. It doesn't say who this pattern is by, but it has the Cross My Heart information on it. So that is cool. Thank you very much for the free kit. So I have a piece of linen. I specified that I'm a linen stitcher, and they know from my camp registrations that I am a linen stitcher. So these are the 2 flosses that I got, the 2 limited edition flosses. One is kind of like a, I would say it's kind of like an olive green, and the other one is kind of a pinkish brown color, okay? And I will give you the names of them here in a minute. But these are the 2 limited edition floss colors I got for the simple heart. That is really cute. So the first one is Gentle Arts limited edition. This one, the reddish pink one, I will put this up. This linen is like a cream linen. It's called Sandy Beach. Limited edition Sandy Beach. And this second color, Gentle Arts limited edition floss, is Snapping Turtle. Snapping Turtle. So thank you very much for the little kit. I'm going to enjoy stitching this. This is actually going to be a quick stitch. I could probably stitch this over a weekend. So this is called Simple Heart. Thank you, Cross My Heart, for the wonderful free gift, or free little mini kit. I'm going to enjoy that immensely. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. That's going to be a quick little stitch. If I can get it back in the bag. Come on, you. Come on, you. Back in the bag. Ugh. All right. I'm right in the struggle bus. So I'm going to put that aside. Oh, how cute. So this next little thing that's in my box is, I'm guessing, this is from Fireside Originals. Carol, who is one of the co-owners of Cross My Heart, she is the designer and owner of Fireside Originals, cross-stitch patterns and such. These, I believe, are counting needles or counting pins. They might just be decorative pins. I don't know. But nice little set of pins. These are really pretty. And they're red. They're like a ruby red. So that's really cute. And they have little teeny green seed beads. I don't know if you can see the seed beads. They have little teeny green seed beads. Those are really pretty. It's kind of Christmassy. When I finally get a Biscornu, I think I'll probably just stick those in my Biscornu when I finally make one. But thank you. These came from Fireside Originals. These came from Fireside Originals. Thank you. Those are really nice. I like that. Ooh, scissor fob stuff. So this is Cherished Stitches presents a sentimental scissors case with fob. So it's little strawberries, a little strawberry fob, and a scissor case that you can make. So that was very nice little pattern. They sent me the Constant Companion, the Erica Michaels one that I've been wanting. All right, so I'll have to. Sweet. And then the last thing I got in my box is Erica Michaels. I got Constant Companion, you guys. This is on my wish list. Sweet. Constant Companion. Sweet. From Erica Michaels. Model is stitched on 30 count Mariner's Map Legacy linen from Access Commodities. The silk gauze model on 40 count silk gauze. The 6x6 cut is suggested. The stitch count is 147 by 145. Unfortunately, The silk gauze does not come with this kit. So I'm probably going to have to order the silk gauze because I really like that. And there's another thing. That little small one is on silk gauze. I really like this pattern though, and this just adds to my Erica Michaels collection. So thank you, Cross My Heart, for a wonderful subscription box. I'm really liking everything that I got with the we got the two limited edition threads and the kit to do that. They included, what I didn't know is at the bottom of the box is this nice little letter, and I will read it to you because it tells about the kit. It says, thank you for supporting Cross My Heart. You have a cute kit from Nikki's Creations, N-I-K-Y-S, Nikki's Creations, where we've substituted 2 of the DMC with special limited edition Gentle Arts thread. For the 3rd color, we are inviting you to use your own favorite color to match with the included threads. Our shop is now open. We have changed our hours. We are now closed on Mondays and no longer have evening hours. They used to be open late on Thursdays until 7:30, but they are no longer doing that. We are open 10 to 5, Tuesday through Saturday. From 10 a.m. to noon, we are scheduling half-hour personal shopping appointments. Please contact the shop to schedule. From noon to 5, we are open with a limit of 5 customers in the shop. Because we have employees and customers that are immune compromised, we are requiring masks to be worn inside the shop and have hand sanitizer to use at the door. If you are not comfortable wearing a mask properly, we can still ship orders to you or bring to your car. Thank you again for your support. Emily, Jenny, Carol, and Cross My Heart staff. So nice little letter. So this pattern that they sent was from Nikki's Creations, and they've substituted 2 of the DMC floss with the special limited edition Gentle Arts floss. So I will take a look at that again. So it does call for 3 colors. It calls for 522 Fern Green, 169 Pewter, and 3859 Rosewood. So I'm going to have to pull those 3 and figure out which one is closest, and I may actually pick out another specialty thread to go with these 2 for the Simple Heart by Nikki's Creations, N-I-K-Y-S. So I'm actually going to write that. Designed by Nikki's Creations, May 2020 quarantine box. Free kit. That is really great. And I've been really kind of getting into these specialty flosses lately. My collection is growing like immensely. All right. So that's that. And that is my subscription box for this month. That is wonderful. I can't wait. And I'm really glad about that Erica Michaels pattern because that is on my wish list of things to get. So I don't have to do that anymore. So I'll have to be sure to enter that into my X-Stitch, thing, my X-Stitch app on my phone that I have to document my patterns, my fabric, and my flosses that I have on hand and that I need. So that'll be a good thing. Okay. So I mentioned today that I stopped in to Cross My Heart because they had a pattern on hold for me. It is the next installment in Snow Village that came in for me. This is the snowball stand. So I am collecting the Snow Village kits. So this is the packet my Snow Village kit is, or my Snow Village patterns are in, and my fabric for it. This is a project bag, little teeny, like one of those plastic recyclable little project bags that actually was being sold at the Dollar Tree last year. In the fall for back to school. So I picked up a couple of these. They had another one with cats all over it. So I have a couple of these and I have a couple of cats. But in here, so I have the patterns that I've been collecting, I found out that there are 2 other ones out that I don't have. I may have them. They're probably in some of my boxes that I still haven't unpacked and sorted. We're still getting our craft room together, my mom and I. But so here are the patterns that I've got for Snow Village. I'm still needing Snow Boutique and Ice Creamery, as far as I know. It might be in a couple of boxes somewhere, but I'm not sure. But once I do get to stitching it, last year I was getting a monthly shipment of Picture This Plus fabric from Crazy Annie's. This is a 28 count Lugana. An 18 by 27 piece in the color Mirage. This is the one that I pulled from my Crazy Annie's Fabric of the Month Club to put the Snow Village on. I think Snow Village will look really pretty on this because this is kind of a dark gray and it's really mottled. I've showed you this in a previous video from last year. So, yeah. And I got some of the flosses in here that I need for Snow Village. Not all the flosses, but just some of them. So, yeah. We have that, right? So after market, one of the things I ordered, Cross My Heart had posted that they had one of the new Little House Needleworks patterns for sale that came out of market, and I requested one through their website, and so I got Kringles. This was sent to me last week in the mail, so I do have Kringles. You guys have probably seen this all over. I kind of want this one. This is going to be huge. It's going to be a big piece. I could have ordered the fabric for it and also the floss because it calls for a lot of floss. You need to do it on the called for fabric, which is 30 count Parisian gray from Access Commodities. You need 6 skeins of black coffee. 6 skeins. You need 3 skeins of eggshell, 1 skein of hazelnut, 3 skeins of campfire, 1 skein of pine needles, 1 skein of roasted chestnut, 1 skein of trail dust, 1 skein of weeping willow. And then DMC 640, you also need 2. So there's a lot of floss that's required for this. And I'm assuming the black coffee is up here in the roof and the sign and probably the border and the walls and stuff. But this is Kringles. This is the shopping mall or the shopping store. Imagine a Macy's, but it's called Kringles. So yeah, I could have ordered the fabric for it and I could have ordered a floss pack, but I decided not to order the floss pack or the fabric at this point in time because I wasn't sure exactly when I was going to stitch this up. And I may do a floss toss and decide if I even have fabric in my stash that might work for it. It does require a 30 count, and I believe this is worked over 2. If it's worked over 1, God, that's going to be huge. But I believe this is worked over 2 because there's specialty stitches in here. So all specialty stitches are made with 1 strand of thread. So you have French knot eyes, a backstitch mustache, French knot mouths. It also uses Overa Soie Gold, a backstitch, straight stitch, French knot eyes, straight stitches, French knots. Oh. So it uses a lot of French knots and straight stitches. I thought there was going to be a lot more specialty, a lot more specialty stitches than it lists. It's just back stitching, straight stitching, and French knots. In here, there's a lot of French knots. If anybody's used beads instead of French knots, be sure to comment and tell me what beads you used in your conversion for it. I can do French knots. I like French knots. My French knots actually come out pretty consistently even. I've never had a problem with French knots. So it always kind of sort of amazes me when people post that they absolutely hate French knots because, you know, they don't bother me. I actually kind of like them. They're not that bad for me. I've never had an issue with them. So if I'm not sure how to tell somebody how to do French knots properly. I've shown a couple of people, and I guess it's just, you know, how confident you are in kind of where you do it. It's been a while since I've done any French knots, so you know, maybe my French knot tension isn't exactly what it used to be, but anyway, so this has a lot of French knots in it. But if you've used beads in this, or if you're stitching this and you're planning on using beads instead of doing French knots, you can also do colonial knots in place of French knots. I haven't looked up the difference yet, because like I said, French knots don't bother me. But if you're using beads in Kringles, be sure to comment below. Or if you know of somebody using beads, let me know what they're doing and what beads they're using, because you know, I may jot that down in case I decide to do that with this. Let's see. And I did get 2 new magazines this week, or since the last video. So I have a subscription to the World of Cross Stitching. This one came in the mail this week. This is the issue 293, May 2020. This came this week. Because this is a UK publication, we get it a little behind everybody else. Thumbing through this, they have 1 or 2 really cute patterns in this issue. I'm not actually going to do a full flip through for you, but this one was really cute. We have Relax with Pepper, little dog floating on a inner tube. He's really cute. That's probably the cutest one in here. I don't know that I'd ever stitch it, so this you know, this issue really didn't have a whole lot for me. They have farm motifs down on the farm. They have a lot of farm motifs in here, including some really cute animals. But, I mean, there was nothing in this particular issue that really stuck out to me. So, I mean, oh, well, actually there was another thing that stuck out to me besides the little dog floating in the inner tube. This is called Sea Foam and Smiles, and these are little cute inspirational sayings using sea life. I thought the manta ray was really cute down here, this one, and then I thought the seahorse and the turtle were cute as well, and the whale. I mean, it's just, these are just really cute, but it's called Sea Foam and Smiles. Little cute inspirational quotes. You have long time no see, turtly awesome, a whale of a time, you're a ray of sunshine, and live life with porpoise for the dolphin, and wild and free for the octopus. Long time no see, SEA for the seahorse, and turtly awesome for the turtle. Those were really cute. But yeah, there really wasn't a whole lot in here that I would probably really even stitch. I'm going to read it for the articles. My mom was kind of eyeing this tiger, but I don't know. This issue really doesn't have much in my aesthetic. One of the things, though, it did come with the free kit that it came with this month is this little cupcake card kit. I thought the cupcakes were really cute. You get the floss and the Ada and the card backing, a couple of the card backings. Yeah, so you have the pinks, the polka dot cards. You get those little card frames. But yeah, so this was the free kit with the World of Cross Stitching. And then they also sent a letter about important information regarding your subscription in light of the developing situation surrounding the outbreak of coronavirus. We wanted to keep you updated regarding the measures we are taking to ensure we can continue to deliver your copy of World of Cross Stitching. We're working closely with our suppliers, yada yada yada. If we are unable to deliver your magazine, we will extend your subscription free of charge so you won't lose out. And they're asking everybody to provide their email address so they can keep you updated. So, little note from World of Cross Stitching. And then when I was at Joann's, I picked up this issue of Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher. This is the spring 2020 spring issue. And I picked it up because there's a couple of things in here. I'm not exactly a prim stitcher. I wouldn't call myself a prim stitcher. And I've dabbled in Punch punch needle before, but yeah, I'm not a big punch needler. But there were a couple of things in here that really caught my eye. So the first thing that really caught my eye, there's finishing instructions from Vanna the Twisted Stitcher for this rabbit design. It kind of goes through her finishing instructions for it, and that rabbit design is like too cute. So is that rabbit design in here? No, I don't think it is. No. Let's see. So one of the things that's in here, this is called Spring Tulips. This is designed by Priscilla and Chelsea of Stitching with the Housewives. You all know who they are. So that is one of the newest installments in their chalk series. That was in here. I don't know if I'll stitch that. I like their chalk designs, but it doesn't go with any of my decorations. So the next one that really caught my eye was really cute. This is called Spring Hair Etching. That is really cute. This uses classic colorworks, sticks and twigs, and Tennessee red clay. That was really cute. I'm probably going to stitch that sometime this year for next Easter. Okay. They have a lot of cute punch needle designs in here too, but again, I'm not really punch needle. The main one that I really wanted out of this is called Hedgehog House, and it's by Stephanie Webb of Lindy Stitches. She is also a well-known floss tuber, Lindy Stitches. Hedgehog House. I just thought that was so cute. I'm going to see what I have in my stash to stitch that. It's stitched using DMC. Yep, it uses all DMC. It's also charted for Sullivan's floss. So if you have Sullivan's floss, you can use that too. That was really cute though. Hedgehog House. And then there was well, here's another one in here that I might end up stitching. This is called Chocolate Bunny. This is by Teresa Kogut. You all know Teresa Kogut. That's really cute. Chocolate Bunny. I think it's called Chocolate Bunny because of the fabric it's stitched on. This one is stitched on, I'll tell you, 32 count Weeks Dye Works chestnut linen. Let's see. And then this was another one that I liked. This is called Ice Stitch by Lucy Beam, designed by Rebecca Noland from Lucy Beam. I Stitch. And it says, I stitch like a lot. I'll have to read it to you. It says, I stitch like a lot. Little stitches in a row, or sometimes not. I stitch like a lot. Little stitches in a row, or sometimes not. I thought that was really cute too. So there was quite a few actual patterns in here that I am really considering stitching for myself. The featured shop is Inspired Needle. Inspired Needle Limited is it doesn't say. Well, it probably does somewhere in the article, but I didn't really figure it out. Spring 1881, designed by Nerdan Canber of Twin Peak Primitives. If you guys watch Pam and Steph from Just Keep Stitching, you know Nerdan is one of the ladies that hosts them every year for their Dutch Mania trip over to the Netherlands. And they're doing it again. They were going to do it again this year, but because of the coronavirus stuff, it has been postponed. You can go to Just Keep Stitching on YouTube and get more information about how to enter their chance of a lifetime to go with them to Dutch Mania 2021. But this was also really cute. Look at that bunny in the blue coat. That is really cute. That is so cute. I don't know if I'll stitch it. I might stitch it. It might be a cute little Easter thing to stitch up for next year. But that was really cute too. And I think there was one more in here. The clouds scud by in a feathery mist so that even the lowest hill is missed. When the ground is pounded by pelting rain, I'll know that it's April time again. That's kind of a cute little saying. This is April Time Again by Melody Gilmore of Open Road Abode. Melody Gilmore, Open Road Abode. This is called April Time Again. And it says, when the clouds scud by in a feathery mist, so that even the lowest hill is kissed, when the ground is pounded by pelting rain, I'll know that it is April time again. That's kind of cute. Again, I don't know if I'll ever stitch it. Now, if you're really into punch needle, they do have an Alice and Rabbit punch needle in here that is really cute. Look at that. Yep. I did try punch needle once. It wasn't necessarily for me. And they also kind of give you how to lace your work. And then this last one in here is a tulip sampler. This isn't exactly my aesthetic, but this is by Teresa Miller of Teresa's Primitive Treasures. That little sampler. I'm not really big into, like, you know, antique looking samplers and stuff. I do have one or two in my stash, but yeah. So the main reason why I got it was like for this rabbit and one or two of the other small patterns in it. So that is that. Let's see here. Another thing I got in the mail. This came in the mail, I believe, today. It's something that I ordered. I believe. Let me get to opening it up, and I will show you. Hopefully. No, my stuff is falling. Oh, my stuff is falling. The sky is falling. No, the sky's not falling. Well, Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, the sky really was falling. It was raining a lot here in Ohio. Like, a lot. Alright. Oh, these are the flosses that I ordered. So somebody online had posted that they were, oh, these really are sweet. Okay. I got some Weeks Dye Works, you guys. Somebody was posting 10 skeins of Week Dye Works for $21. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 or 10 skeins of Weeks Dye Works floss, which is really kind of cool for $21. That's actually a pretty good deal for Weeks Dye Works. You can get them anywhere from $2 to $5 a skein. So I will take these out because I am actually going to put these in floss bags if I don't already have the colors. So it was just random Weeks Dye Works things. So I placed an order for them. So these are the colors that I got. I got oak. These are 5 yards. These are 5-yard skeins. Oh, right. I will use this. I got oak, which is kind of a tannish brown. Oak. Okay. This one is Tin Roof. It's kind of a green. Kind of a very light green, greenish gray. Then I got, this one is called Cherub. This is kind of a really cute pinkish. Cherub. It's a pinkish peach. It's variegated. This one is really pretty. I don't have this one, I don't think. Doesn't sound familiar anyway. So yeah, I get to spend a little bit of time getting some of this stuff into my X-Stitch app. This one is called Iceberg. This one's really pretty. It's like a green and a gray variegated. Iceberg. Okay. Yeah, and they did say they would not duplicate any of the colors that you got in your packet, your random packet. This one is Tiger's Eye. This is kind of it's a variegated brown. It goes from lighter to darker brown. It's like a very gold reddish gold brown. Tiger's Eye. Pretty good deal for $21, I think. I would do it again. This one is Weeks Dye Works. This one's really soft. This one is super soft. This one is called Pistachio. And it's kind of a yellowish green and a little bit more of almost like a gray green mix. Pistachio. Sorry, you guys. I just opened the package, and all of these are in individual little baggies. This one is Neapolitan. This is obviously a pink and a brown. Neapolitan. This one, and I don't have my glasses on, so you know, reading the writing on these is a little hard to do. This one is called Wisteria. This is a green, like a fern green, kind of like a fern green and a gray. Wisteria. You're not going to be able to really see that, but it's a fern gray and a green, or a fern green and a gray rather. Wisteria. And then the last one that came in my pack is London Fog. I think I already have this one in my thing, but this is kind of a very light tan into a gray sort of color. London Fog. Okay, so here are my Weeks Dye Works flosses that I got randomly sent to me. This was posted, this offer was posted in one of the Facebook groups that I'm involved in. There's so many of them that I've linked up with recently that I don't know for sure. This one's really pretty so far. This is Iceberg. This is the green and the gray, the really bright green and the gray, I believe, or off-white. That's probably my favorite in this so far, but here are the colors that I got. I got 9 colors in my thing, you guys. 9 colors. Here we go. Added to my stash. So that is really cool. So I get to put those in my bags and add those to my stash. All right. So last week, Mom and I went on, we went one of the days over to Joann's. I took an extended lunch. I believe it was on the 12th when they announced that retail establishments could open here in Ohio. Mom and I took a lunch, took an extended lunch. We went out to lunch, and then we went over to Joann's because there was some stuff I needed to pick up. I have been saving pickle jars. I have 3 pickle jars so far because I have some RIT dye. Hold that thought just a minute. So I have this tub of RIT dye that I've kind of been collecting over the last few months. And this is just crafting, but I have a couple of bottles of RIT dye. Like this one is dark green. I have a Harvest. I have a gray. This one is Pearl Gray. I have a Scarlet. Not a Buckeye fan. I'm not Scarlet and Gray. So, and then wine. So I have 5 bottles of RIT dye. that I am hoping to one of these days kind of experiment with dyeing fabric. So for cross stitch. So I'm not typically an Aida stitcher, but because I've been kind of collecting RIT dye, I've emptied, it still smells like pickles, I've emptied 3 pickle jars so far, because Carla being crafty, here on FlossTube, she did a tutorial video about how she hand dyes some of her fabric, and she uses pickle jars. So I've been saving up a couple of pickle jars for dyeing fabric, and I'm hoping to get into dyeing some of my own fabric for some of my projects that are in my stash that I'd like to start. I know at Joann's you can buy these larger pieces of fabric. Comes in a big bundle, all wrapped like this. So this is 100% polyester, 14 count, soft and easy ivory Aida. 14 count, used for table runners, table toppers, dressers, skirts, shawls, and baby blankets. So I bought this large piece. This is a 48 by 60 inch piece of 14 count Aida, and it's ivory. This is ivory. You can get it in white too, but I got the off-white just because. Yeah. So what I'll probably do is cut a few pieces off of this and try my hand at hand dyeing this. If it goes well enough, I might actually start picking up some pieces of linen and hand dyeing some of my own linen for some of my projects. And I'd like to actually start getting back into stitching on Aida. I've been a linen even weave snob, you could say, for probably the last 15 or 20 years. And I think there's a place for Aida and stuff like that. So anyway, I did get this huge thing of Aida when I went to Joann's last week, because I am going to hopefully be able to pickle jar dye this using Carla Being Crafty's method of hand dyeing fabrics. So hopefully you will see something soon about that. All right, so we've got that. What's in here? Whoopsies. Go in there. Sorry about that, you guys. All right, so I was at crsmyhrtlt last weekend too, and I picked up some more floss. I picked up some more flosses that were on my shopping list. So I picked up Threadworks. This is a green and a brown. This is Threadworks 1084. This is called Black Forest. I needed one called Hunter's Green. And I was told Black Forest is an easy alternative. This was on my X-Stitch shopping list, so I need this for a specific pattern. I'm not exactly sure which one just yet, but I did pick up some more flosses that were on my shopping list. So this one, something's sticking to my elbow. So let me dig out my paper again. This one is called Ocean. Sorry, I wonder if I do this. This one is called Ocean. Yep, that helps out a lot. There's you can see that really well. That is the Threadworks Black Forest. I got Pebble. This is Gentle Arts Pebble. This is just a gray Pebble. I picked up Gentle Arts Pecan Pie. Gentle Arts Pecan Pie. It's a nice brown. Grecian Gold. I picked up 2 skeins of Grecian Gold because that's what was in my shopping list. Grecian Gold. This is Dungarees. It's a nice blue. Picked up Endive. Most of you know what Endive is. A lot of things call for Endive. We have curry, Weeks Dye Works curry. We had Indian for dinner tonight. It was yummy. I like Indian. I love Indian food. This one is Weeks Dye Works. This is Purple Haze. It's kind of a muted purple. This one is Brick, Weeks Dye Works Brick. This one is Weeks Dye Works Mascara. It's a black. This one is Weeks Dye Works Michael's Navy. It's a kind of a deep blue. Then we have Gentle Arts Harvest Basket. And then Gentle Arts Lamb's Wool. This one is kind of like a tannish, a deep cream tan. Then I also picked up 2 packs of my favorite go-to needles. These are my go-to generic needles because I couldn't find some needles that I needed the other night. And I picked up 2 packs. John James Petite size 28 needles. I like the petite needles. I've gotten so used to them that using the normal size needles is just too big. It drives me nuts. I really like the petite needles. I just got used to them. And I kind of don't really like the normal size needles anymore. The 28s, the size 28s are my go-to throwdown needles. And I really like the John James ones. So if you know of another brand that makes 28 petites, let me know. I'd be willing to try them. I do have a couple of the ballpoint needles, I believe in a size 28. But the ballpoint needles, the thing that's driving me nuts, I tried using them already. The thing that's driving me nuts with the ballpoint needles is they're the regular size needles. I like petites because I like it smaller. And it also lets me use more of the floss, you know. And I don't have to play floss chicken nearly as much with the petite needles that I do if I use a regular length needle. So if you know of any other company that makes 28 petites, or even if you can find 28 petite ballpoint needles, that would be great. I would love to try them. So these are my go-to needles in case anybody wonders. And one last thing I need to share with you. This is going to be a little bit of a longish video, you guys. So some of you out there may be really familiar with the fact that there's a group of stitchers that are really into stitching Pokemon. And I like Pokemon. I haven't actually stitched any Pokemon. My husband and I play Pokemon Go. He's actually very more active in it than I am. My stitchy bug has been thwarted since March and since the quarantine happened because of Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been playing that. I should be playing it every day. I haven't actually checked in today. I didn't check in yesterday. There's days that I've been missing. But yeah, I've been playing Animal Crossing New Horizons, so that's kind of been also taking up some of my stitchy time. But there's been other things that I've been wanting to do. So anyway, back on the Pokemon stitchers. So there's been these people that have done these epic Pokemon cross stitches. They're on the same wavelength as Heaven and Earth Designs or Hades. You know, those full coverage big ass projects. Yeah, the BAPs. There's been people out there stitching these huge epic Pokemon patterns. And there's a Facebook group called the Pokemon Stitchers, I believe is what it's called. And I kind of wandered over there and I was looking a couple weeks ago, I was looking at some of the stitching on it. And they have this pattern for generations 1 through 5, all on the same piece of fabric. Generations 1 through 5. This thing is truly epic. So part of the reason why I wanted to go to Joann's last week to get this huge chunk of 48 by 60 fabric was because I thought, being full coverage, I may actually want to try and stitch it on this. Yeah. No, because I was like, okay, well, Yeah, let's see. No, I'm not stitching it on 40 count Aida on this Fenorkin huge piece of Aida. It would fit on this, most likely. But yeah, no, I'm not stitching that epic Pokemon on here. The generation 1 through 5, it's all 5 generations on one big cross stitch piece. So, those of you that might have been watching me for a while, about 2 years ago, I had got some fabric, some linen fabric, a rather large piece of linen fabric, to start the Linen and Threads Mystery Sampler. Linen and Threads sampler every year that starts in January, I believe, and it goes for 12 months, and they put out a band every month, and you stitch this epically big cross stitch piece, and it's themed, but you don't know what the theme is until each band comes out. So you basically pick your fabric, you pick your floss, some people do it monochromatic, everything like that. So for 2018, I decided that I was going to jump in on this thing, and I bought a piece of fabric for it. And I started it. It was I believe it was 2018. Maybe it was 2019. It was either 2018 or 2019. I don't remember. But it was the Linen and Threads mystery sampler. So I bought the fabric for it and I started it. I got part of the one motif in the first border done and I put it away because it was calling to me, but not really. And the first border piece had a guy in like a Grecian outfit, like a toga kind of outfit. And he was sitting there in amongst these vines at the top. And I was like, I just don't know. And I didn't want to have to buy skein upon skein upon skein of the same color because I had actually picked a fancy floss. I believe it was a Weeks Dye Works. Can't remember if it was a Weeks Dye Works or a Gas that was pretty variegated. It was like a tannish brown color. And I wasn't sure if I was going to change colors or how I was going to do it. But I stitched it and then I put it away. And then more and more of the pattern came out. And then I looked at, in December when the last band came out for it, I looked at it and I was like, no. Oh no, I'm never going to pick this up again. So I had this huge piece of linen that I got for it. Huge piece of linen. So, remember me doing the easy stitch stuff on my thing where I was adding the Velcro strips to my scroll frame? This is the largest scroll frame I have, you guys. And this is the piece of linen that I originally had for the Linen and Threads Mystery Sampler. You're not going to be able to see it, but up here in this area here was where I had started stitching. Now you can see I have gridding started. You might not be able to see real well, but I have gridding started. The reason why I have gridding started, you guys, is because I decided 2 to 3 weeks ago that I was going to do the epic Pokemon generations 1 through 5, the one big huge piece that's all generations on the same piece, that I was going to stitch it over one. I wanted to stitch it over one. That's part of the reason why I bought that huge piece of Aida, but I was trying to figure out when I was going to be able to order the linen to go with it. And then I was looking at my linen here. My information on the linen's upstairs. It's a huge piece of linen. Huge piece. I don't remember the size. But I'm going to be stitching an epic Pokemon thing on here over one. This is 40 count. I got 40 count. This is 40 count linen, you guys. 40 count. I'm going to do epic Pokemon generations 1 through 5 over one. The stitch count on the epic Pokemon generations 1 through 5. The width, 798 stitches, you guys. 798 stitches. Goes from here all the way to here. 798 stitches across. 1,000 stitches down. 1,000 stitches down. Yep. I started gridding because I'm going to be doing this over one. But so that was my original plan until today. One of my Facebook friends who isn't a stitcher, I met him through roller derby actually, and he's actually an avid board gamer too, so we have that in common. We play board games all the time. He actually plays Pokemon Go as well, so we have that in common. We're friends in Pokemon Go. He posted this picture on his Facebook page today, an epic Pokemon picture, only to find Waldo. You guys, there's an epic Pokemon with all these generation of Pokemon all over this piece of fabric. And you find Waldo. Alright, so give me just a second, you guys. Wake my tablet up. Alright, you guys. Alright, bear with me just a minute. I'm going to look up some information on my tablet and share it. So, alright, you guys. I've determined that if I can get this in a cross-stitch pattern big enough that I can stitch it 1 over 1 and make it actually look perfect, I'm going to do this huge, epic Pokemon Where's Waldo piece. You guys. Look at that. Can you imagine how big this is going to be? I don't even know if this 40 count piece of linen is going to be big enough. But, you guys, look at this. So I think I found my first ever epic Pokemon cross-stitch piece. If I can get this converted into a cross-stitch pattern and saved for Pattern Keeper, I would love to do this. This is a JPEG. So apparently bitmaps, and there's another file handle that works really well in converting. But the question is getting this big enough to convert to the proper bitmap so you get all the detail in here. But look at that, you guys. That is just amazing. And let me see if I can find him again. There he is. There he is, you guys. Can you see him? Anyway, Waldo is in here, you guys. So what I thought I could do is, you know, kind of stitch up till I get to Waldo. And the white stripes on Waldo's shirt and Waldo's white eyes, I'd stitch it in glow-in-the-dark thread. I'm going to have it be the only glow-in-the-dark thing on the entire piece. So when the light goes off and you'd see Where's Waldo, you could find Where's Waldo. Or you can find where Waldo is on my cross-stitch piece. I figured I would do that in glow-in-the-dark threads. But I think that is just absolutely freaking amazing. So I'm hoping that I can find this Where's Waldo Pokemon mashup as a cross-stitch pattern, so I can do this one instead of the Epic Pokemon 5 Generations. I may just have to stick Where's Waldo in there somewhere. Just may have to stick a Waldo in there somewhere on the other one. If I can find an open spot, just kind of stick him somewhere in there. But yeah, I would really love to get this pattern made as a cross-stitch pattern so I can stitch Where's Waldo Epic Pokemon. Epic Where's Waldo Pokemon. So anyway, that is my big thing. So I'm either going to do epic 5th-generation Pokemon or Where's Waldo Pokemon. I'd really love to get Where's Waldo Pokemon in a cross-stitch pattern. So if anybody knows where I can get it, let me know. So yeah. Yeah, it's lovely. It's just absolutely lovely. And I kind of know where he's at, generally. Can't find him right now. But I know, oh, there he is. Okay. So, he's in the lower half. But yeah, I'm gonna stitch that. I'm gonna stitch that. Anyway, so thank you so much for coming to my channel. Thank you for listening to me for the last hour. Oh, one of the things I wanted to point out too, I am gridding my fabric using Sulky Sliver. Those of you may know this. This is Sulky Sliver. This is holographic or shimmer, hollow shimmer. This is called Sulky Hollow Shimmer. Hollow Shimmer. You can buy this thread at Joann's in the Threads and Notions sewing area, kind of near where they cut fabric. You can use this to grid your fabric, your large pieces of fabric, and when you're stitching, your stitches cannot pierce it because it actually is kind of a metallic thread. So I have been using this. I got green this time for the Pokemon because green Pokemon, I don't know, it just called to me. And so I am using this to grid my super huge 40 count linen. I am doing it, I will be stitching whatever I stitch on this 40 count linen, whether it be Pokemon Gen 5, Gens 1 through 5, or the Epic Where's Waldo Pokemon. I will be doing it on this 40 count linen, assuming that the Where's Waldo Pokemon will be small enough to fit on this piece of linen over 40 count. But I'm using this to grid because your needles will not pierce this. So you can actually use this stuff to grid. I have a couple of different colors of this now. And I'm using this to grid my Heaven and Earth design patterns as well. So that is what I'm using. Sulky Sliver. This is a hollow shimmer thread. And as you can see, that is kind of what it looks like. You might not be able to see that way back here. And I can't see. But yeah, you can see that. So that is what it looks like. That is what it looks like. All right. So, that being said, that is everything I have for you today. That is my update. If you'd like to be notified if and when I do find that Where's Waldo Pokemon, Epic Pokemon cross-stitch pattern, and I start it, and you would like to make it a SAL of some ilk, let me know. I'm crazy. Yes, I am. I have a lot of stuff. We're still trying to get our craft room set up. Still have a lot of stuff to unpack. The new house is coming along. I have to go out and mow this weekend. It's been really wet, but I have a lot of new flosses. You guys, I have a lot of new flosses. A lot of new flosses that I need to add to my X-Stitch app, so I know what I have on hand. I have a lot of new stuff. What is this? Oh, I forgot to tell you this too. So before I leave at Cross My Heart today, I picked up this Margaret Jones's sewing box kit. They had this on display. This is by EJV Designs, Emily J. Van Designs, EJV Designs. It's a little tray, a measure tape cover, a needle book, and scissor holder set. This is called Margaret Jones's sewing box. And I picked up fabric to do it on. I picked up a 13 by 18 piece of 36 count Picture This Plus linen in the colorway Wren. It is a mottled brown tan, light brown tan. So this is what I'm going to be doing this on. I thought this was really pretty. So it's actually that way. So really pretty. It's not the exact requested color or recommended color. The models were stitched on 40 count Picture This Plus Heroic. They didn't have 40 count Heroic, but they did have 36 count Wren, which is kind of a similar color. And I used the shop model as a comparison to pick this out. It's stitched in DMC colors. It's 221 and 223, 225, 838, 930, 3051, and 3053. Use 1 strand floss over 2 threads of fabric. 36 count is not a whole lot different than 40, so I'll probably still stitch 1 thread. I've been finding that I really like stitching with 1 thread because I've been doing the More Chocolate Bunnies by Hands On Design using the sulky threads. I've been finding I really like stitching with 1 thread, which is why I'm actually looking at doing the Epic Pokemon on 40 count so I can use 1 thread. And I'll probably still stitch that 40 count tent stitch because it is like a big ass project. And I'll probably be doing 10 stitch on that like I do with my Heaven and Earth designs. But yeah, so I picked this up. This is really cute. It's in pinks and greens. But the tray, I have a way, this tray, the corners are sewn to make it turn into a box. But I'm probably going to use snaps so I can snap it and unsnap it and unfold it. Hold just a minute. My battery is running low. I want to make sure that I don't lose you guys. So hold on just a minute. All right, you guys, low battery crisis averted. I got my laptop plugged in just in time. But anyway, so this is done in pinks and greens, and it's really cute. So I'm probably not going to do the tape measure cover. I'm probably just going to do the tray and the needle book because I don't know, I just think they're cute. But yeah, I'm doing it on, I will be using probably the called for floss, and this is 36 count Picture This Plus linen in the colorway Wren. So that's what I'm going to be using for that. So, one of the things that I picked up. So hopefully that will be a start for me sometime soon. Yeah, I just think having a set would be kind of cute and kind of nice. So that is the last thing I got from everything, and I think that is definitely now the last thing. Yes, indeed. All right. So that being said, I hope you guys have a very nice Memorial Day weekend if you're in the United States. I hope you guys are staying healthy out there, even though we still have the coronavirus pandemic going on around the world. Our Ohio governor, Mike DeWine, he has started reopening businesses to jumpstart the economy again. And to be totally honest with you, I've only been out shopping, craft shopping, fun shopping twice. I've been to my local needlework shop to pick up some stuff that came on order for me, but I've only really been fun shopping, like at Joann's last week. We went to Michael's today. Yeah, there really wasn't a whole lot of Michael's. I didn't get anything there, but yeah, we go out with our masks on now. My sister-in-law was gracious enough to make us some masks, so my mom, my husband, and I have masks. We also have a ton of bandanas that we've been using too. Our friend Alan has been coming over. Here in the basement, the light switch that turns on and off the lights in this room also operate the lights and all the outlets in the room that we're using as our bedroom. So our friend Alan has been coming in pretty much every day this week to rewire the back bedroom outlets. He added 3 more outlet boxes, so we have like 8 or 12 outlet plugs in there now, and he put in 2 overhead lights and a two-way switch, so we can operate the lights in there separately from the lights in here, and we can turn off the lights in here from our bedroom at night, so we don't have to walk all the way over here behind me to the stairs to turn off the lights and then walk all the way back to the bedroom that way in the dark. Yeah, so he's been rewiring that. He also added a couple of circuits to our circuit breaker, and he's also run some outlet boxes to my husband's workstation in the other unfinished part of the basement, because my husband's man cave is back there. This is kind of a little bit of my home office area. Mom and I are trying to get our craft room situated. Yeah, I still have a lot of my craft stuff down here because I'm waiting. I'm looking at getting some IKEA style cubicle pieces to make the end pieces for my workstation upstairs in the craft room. I'm going to be putting a kind of a largest desk type thing in there with storage. So I have, you know, a cutting table, a sewing table, a crafting table. Mom and I have a puzzle table, you know, just in the second spare bedroom that we have upstairs. And yeah, we're going to hopefully get our craft room set up in the next week. My husband finally put up the shelves in the craft room closet. We had some wire shelving at the other house that we were using as a closet, and he finally got the shelving up there. I thought I took pictures. Did I not? Oh yeah, I did. Okay. So here is, you can see, or maybe not, maybe if I turn this off, you can see that. So you can see, maybe you can't see the shelving. There's some of my craft stuff in the craft room waiting for the shelves. But, so you can see the shelves in there. My husband did that. So, and then this is my mom's side. So yeah, I had started sticking my stuff on my side of the closet in there. So, yeah, that is in our craft room. So that's what my husband was doing earlier this week. We've really been enjoying the new house. We have come across some interesting wildlife in our house. I did manage to go outside last week or the week before last and stitch on our back patio. That is the this is our backyard. That red shed is where my riding mower is. I have a riding mower now. But yeah, so that is sitting on my back porch. That is the More Chocolate Bunnies by Hands On Design in my Garon Toten bags, Grime Guard and project bags sitting there. But that is kind of a view of our backyard. And there is our dog Rose. There is our dog Rose enjoying the backyard. Just more views of the backyard. So in our backyard, we have foxes. Is this the foxes? No. That is deer. We have deer. So you can see the deer. We have deer. We found out too that one of our neighbors, there's foxes living under one of our neighbors' things. There's a fox. See that? Yeah, we have a fox. Much like Pam and Steph, we have a fox in our neighborhood. Mom said that she saw the fox out in the front yard today. Let's see. Foxy. Oh. So, several foxes playing around, little baby foxes. See there? Yeah, we have baby foxes. We get a lot of birds. We have a bird feeder. This is a grosbeak bird on our bird feeder. And this was taken when I was out walking Rose a couple of days ago. The turkey vulture was eating carrion in somebody's yard. Sorry if that makes you sick, but that is a turkey vulture. We have turkey vultures. We also have woodpeckers. Do I have the picture of the woodpecker? Yeah, no, I don't have a picture of the woodpecker. But yeah, there's my riding mower. I'm actually really proud of that. I've had it for about 3 weeks now. This is my 3rd week. This is going to be my 3rd time mowing this weekend. But yeah, anyway, the new house is going really well. We're still kind of unpacking. We're still moving things out of the other house, and we're settling in quite nicely. Quite a few projects are getting completed. Yeah. So we're actually settling in quite nice. It'll be really nice once we get everything out of the new house, or out of the old house into the new house. And that way we don't have to worry about going over there anymore. Yeah, it'll be nice. Oh, there's the woodpecker that was at our bird feeder. So, yeah, it's gonna be kind of interesting in this new house. I'm looking forward to it. I'm just looking forward to having more room and to just being able to spread out and do stuff. But anyway, so that's all I have for you today. I rambled on for like another 15 minutes. I hope you enjoyed the little sideshow of the back patio. I hopefully will have some video later this summer, stitch with me videos of sitting on the back patio with you as we stitch and watch the wildlife and listen to nature. I'll also probably be doing a few videos in the sunroom. It just really kind of depends. I'll have to work with my mother on her on her video etiquette, but yeah, and to get her a little more familiar with, you know, do's and don'ts of being on YouTube with me and stuff like that, and kind of getting her a little more familiar and a little used to being on camera. But we may be doing some stitchy stuff. My mom is sitting up in the sunroom. She stitches all day long. It's kind of makes me jealous, but she stitches up in the sunroom because it's 3 walls of windows in the sunroom, and yeah, so she gets to stitch all day, and I unfortunately don't. So, oh, that's the front room. I unfortunately don't get to stitch all day, but yeah. So, see if I can find you a picture. Nope, nope, nope. So here's kind of a view out the windows. You're not going to be able to see the view in the back, but that is before we had the floor in, so you can see all the windows in the sunroom. It's an all-year sunroom, so yeah, we can sit in there year-round. Makes it really kind of nice. And sitting on the back patio is really kind of nice too. We don't have the same view of the river as my in-laws' front porch did. Oh, that's the other thing too. My in-laws' front porch, the house in West Virginia was finally sold. It closed earlier this month, so kind of bittersweet. It's not in the family anymore. Not going to be able to go down there and sit on the front porch and stitch. So we have a big backyard though, and lots of wildlife to look at and listen to. So that'll be kind of good. It's kind of good. I mean, I kind of miss seeing the barges on the river and just being able to see all the activity across the river. But you know, having wildlife is kind of nice too. So that'll be good to get used to doing that this summer. Other than that, I really don't have much. I don't know when my next video is going to be, just because, you know, we're kind of winding down the move and everything like that. And my mom and I are going to be getting our craft room set up in the next 2 weeks. Hopefully, that's the plan. And then I can kind of show you how we're getting it set up and kind of go through a time lapse of some of the different things that we've done in the craft room. And hopefully I'll be able to spend some time stitching. I haven't really done a whole lot of stitching, haven't done anything this week, except for gridding fabric. And now that I found that Where's Waldo epic Pokemon picture that I want to try and get charted up for stitching, I may actually postpone doing the epic Pokemon generations 1 through 5 until I can see if I can get the Where's Waldo Pokemon, because I think I'd rather have the Where's Waldo Pokemon than the generations 1 through 5. And hopefully this piece of 40 count linen that I'm gridding will be big enough for the other one if I can get it charted. So that being said, I don't know when my next video will roll around. For the foreseeable future, I am still working from home. My company has not reopened the building as of yet. They said that they're working on their contingency plan to bring everybody back to the office, and it'll probably happen in waves. Well, we're not necessarily essentially needed in the office. We can do all of our work remotely. So I don't see in the foreseeable future that I'm going back to work. Plus, with the fact that my mom is 73 years old, and, you know, in that older age group that can be susceptible, I may actually be able to finagle my way into kind of semi-permanently working from home, at least probably for the rest of the year, potentially, which would be great. I do miss having the coworkers to kind of, you know, question, bounce ideas back and forth to and stuff. And just to talk and visit with people. But, you know, I don't really need that. I can go to Dylan's work, my husband. I can go to his work and work there a couple days a week, which will give us the chance to go out and have lunch together. We can go out and grab lunch and pick it up and bring it home to mom and have lunch with mom. Then I can stay here and, you know, work here in the basement. It's been kind of nice being able to do that and having a bigger space. The internet here is pretty good. But anyway, I'm rambling on and on and on. Again, it's like saying goodbye to family. You know, you don't really want to say goodbye. And so you just keep talking and more things show up and then you find more topics to talk about. So yeah, it's like, you know, saying goodbye. Anyway, so I don't really know when my next video is coming up. I don't know what's going to happen. It just really kind of depends because, you know, my plans, I had Stitch Mania plans, Whip Go plans, School of Magical Stitches homework. I haven't been active in anything. In fact, the School of Magical Stitches, we had reading in April. I didn't finish the 2 books in April. I didn't finish the first book in April, and we're already on to May. So I have 3 books that I have to finish before the end of May, and that's in a few days, and that's not happening. So yeah, I'm behind in a lot of things. So my Stitchy plans have changed with that epic Pokemon thing. Yeah, I don't know. I may get sick of gritting and decide that I have to stitch. I've got to put all my floss away. I have to organize my craft room. I have to do all kinds of stuff. And here I am rambling again without cutting it off. So I think this is really going to be goodbye now. So like I said, I don't know when my next video is. I don't know what it'll entail. I don't know if I might, one of these years, I'm going to have to show you dyeing my fabric if and when I get to do that. Diamond painting, I haven't worked on diamond painting in a long time. I have a video that I need to complete about a scam diamond painting company that is taking people's money and not delivering on the product quality and whatnot that they're putting out there. There's been a lot of hubbub in the diamond painting community about it, and I kind of got taken. But it was my birthday. My birthday basically was canceled. Anyway, I'm not going to go into the whole story, but yeah, there's this company that is like pissing a lot of people off, frankly. They got me. And I wasn't very happy, made several nasty comments, posted on their website, blah, 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 blah. So, and I wasn't the only one that wasn't very thrilled with it. So I have these 3 tiny diamond paintings. You may see me diamond paint those and just kind of completely blast the company out of the water because, yeah, they're terrible. Anyway, so you'll hear that. I'll make mention of people I'm watching. I've been watching kind of a lot of FlossTube while I'm working from home and listening. A lot of it has enabled me to purchase some things. So yeah, there's been a lot of that. Anyway, so hopefully you'll hear I'll be uploading some content, but please know that if you don't see me for a little bit, it's not that I don't want to talk to you guys and I don't have anything to show you. I just haven't found the time to record a video. So anyway, that being said, hopefully I'll see you soon. And if not, just know that I'm thinking of you. I really appreciate the fact that you've come to watch my videos. I hope you've gotten some good content out of it. Hopefully I've enabled you to support your local businesses and shop at your local needlework shops. If you don't have one, I will make sure that I include my local needlework shop, Cross My Heart's information down below for you, so you can give them a call and see if you can place an order if you don't have a local needlework shop that you support. That being said, stay safe. Please don't be one of those people that doesn't want to wear a mask unless it's you absolutely have a decent reason for wearing a mask. Just because it's infringing on your rights is not a decent enough reason for you to not wear a mask. Please wear a mask. Keep me safe, keep my mom safe, and keep others around you safe, because you don't know what their situation is. And you could very well make them sick and kill them. So just bear that in mind. It's not about you. It's about everybody else around you. You don't know what they've got that can kill you, and you don't know what you've got that can kill them. So please, if you can, be sure you wear masks and just take it seriously, guys. Stay safe. Get out there. Now that, some of the restrictions are lifted, get out there and have some fun. We're planning on it. I know campgrounds in Ohio open this weekend. Now, we like to camp. We haven't been camping in about 4 or 5 years. We're due. But yeah, it's going to be a little while, I think, before we're ready for camping. I know our restaurants finally reopened on Thursday, the dining areas. It's probably going to be a little bit before we go out eating at a restaurant. We'd really like to, but yeah, it's probably going to be a little while for us. Because again, Mom, she's 73. And not exactly in the best of health. 100% healthy, she's not exactly 100% healthy. We just don't want to bring anything home to her. So please, if you can, wear a mask when you go out. It's not for you. They're not infringing on your rights. You may be infringing on somebody else's rights by making them sick, because you might not know you've got it. And what you give to them could kill them. Think about them. Don't think about yourself. It's not about infringing on your rights. It's just making sure everybody stays healthier longer and sticks around a little bit longer. All right? So thank you for letting me get on my soapbox. I am signing off for now. Keep on keeping on, because in this crisis and pandemic, that's all we can do. And just stay safe, you guys. Don't be stupid. And take care of each other. All right? Until next time, we'll see you soon. Bye.